Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name's Tom, and you're in my basement home gym. When people find out I work out, they often ask me, where do you work out? My answer's at home. Then they ask, well, how big is your home gym? And what does it look like? So today, I'm here to show you. So in terms of size, I'm at roughly 525 square feet. In terms of what it looks like, let's do a little walk around tour. My gym is split up into two different sections. I've got the weightlifting zone, and then I've got cardio corner. All that with one exception. I have one piece of cardio equipment in the weightlifting zone, and that is my Body Solid R300 air rower. It's only over in this section because that's the only space I have. I ran out of space in cardio corner. Great air rotor, great for HIIT training. It complements my air bike, which we'll go through in a minute. And great to warm up the back or even finish a back day. Then we're gonna go over here. This is a Body Solid vertical leg press. Is it the ideal leg press? No. Would I rather have a true leg press? Yes. Would I rather have a pendulum squat? Yes. However, given my space, this is what I have to work with. Now this has a load capacity of 400 pounds. In order for me to increase that load capacity, what I did is I built custom band pegs. I drilled through the legs, I took some bolts and I built band pegs. I then added 2 bands to each side. Each band has a capacity of 65 to 220 pounds, depending on the stretch of the band. I've also load weight up on top. The limit on this particular machine for capacity is due to these pins on the side that you pull out when you bring the weight down. By using bands, not at their fully stretched position, the downforce on these pegs is still less than 400 pounds, even though overall weight capacity on pushing up is greater than. So I do feel safe by going this. I've had this set up for quite some time now. I've had no issues. And the pegs that you pull out, they're not cracking, not doing anything. They're well within their limits. Now we're gonna go over here. This is new to me about 3 months ago. This is a bicep and tricep machine. Prior to this, I had a very similar setup that was on a lever arm. This too is on a lever arm. However, they added band pegs to the bottom. So I've got 2 bands, 2 small bands. And then they also added a cable pulley system. What that does is it adds restriction at the bottom of the movement for biceps, adds restriction to the top of the movement for push downs. Unlike a standard lever arm, that there's no restriction at the bottom or little, and it increases as it gets higher. Now let's take a look here. The belt squat. When these started growing in the industry and came to the home gym market, this was a must-have for me. What this enables me to do is load more weight than I can on a back squat with no stress or little stress on the back. It is saving my body the older I get. In addition to squatting, I can also use this for donkey calf raises, for trap movement, shrugs. I can use it for stiff leg deads. I can use it for single arm rows, dual arm rows, and various other movements. We'll go through a whole episode on just this machine in a future video. Coming over here to my functional trainer, another product by Society. You'll see between GMWD, Society, RitFit, it's budget gym equipment. What's great about this particular functional trainer is it's plate loaded, so it saves cost by not coming with weight. And it has these pivoting arms that go from the bottom where I can do rows, and if I connect these two arms, so 1-to-1 weight ratio, if I do one arm at a time, it's a 1/2-to-1 ratio. And these arms pivot along the entire way from bottom to the mid for cable crossovers, to up top for top-down crossovers, all the way up to the top where you can do pull downs. Aside from the arm moving top to bottom or bottom to top, it also pivots in and out for height. So this, again, has been a game changer for me. If I were in a smaller footprint of a gym and I could have only 2 pieces of equipment, I would have a power rack and I would have this. I can do my entire upper body off of this machine alone. I can do shoulders, I can do chest, I can do core, I can do biceps, I can do triceps, I can do back. We will do a whole episode on just this machine in the coming weeks. Now let's move into this corner. This is my leg curl and leg extension machine by RitFit. So prior to this, I had a standard leg extension lever arm machine. What they did differently here is they, much like the bicep and tricep machine, added a cable and pulley system that adds restriction to the bottom of the movement for leg extensions, as well as at the top of the movement for hamstring curls. You just simply set the back of the seat down. Now you're in hamstring curl mode. In addition to the cable, it also has band pegs. So I have a pretty solid band down there that allows me to add less weight, but work off of the band, because the band too helps at the top part of the movement on both quads and hams. So again, game changer for me. Up on the wall up here is the giant open trap bar. What I like about it is the openness of it. It's not a closed trap bar, so you do feel like you're not so claustrophobic per se. It also rocks and rolls and has almost like a platform that you can load the weight without having to lift the weight to add plates. In addition, what I like about this one is it is rack mountable. So aside from doing deadlifts, I can do a deadlift in the rack. I can also attach it inside my rack so I can do shrugs. I can start at a higher position and do pulls. I can do stiff leg deads on it, or rack pulls. That's what I meant by pulls, rack pulls. So very versatile piece of equipment. Probably one of the most solid trap bars out on the market. Coming over here, this is my Right Fitness GHD, Glute Ham Developer. What I use this primarily for is hamstring activation for core work, as well as lower back work. Now, a lot of gyms, in addition to having a GHD, have a reverse hyper. I don't have the space for a reverse hyper, but some of the new products coming to market combine a GHD and a reverse hyper into them. I took that and said, how can I do it with this? So what I did is I went to Home Depot and I grabbed some plumbing pipe. I made my own weight horns and I attached that plumbing pipe to the GHD. And then through a chain and attached to a belt, I'm able to load weight and swing weight just like as if it were a reverse hyper. So I want to show that in a future episode here shortly. Okay, up on the wall next to the open trap bar is my Right Fitness safety squat bar. I don't back squat as often as I used to because of the belt squat, but I still do back squat. What I've had these on this thing for, as you'll see in a future video, I'm able to use this safety squat bar in my power rack as a pendulum squat. So we'll go through that setup in a little while, but it saves thousands of dollars from buying a pendulum squat. All right, also over here is a small weight tree that I keep weight on, so I don't have to go searching for it around the gym. And then my third calf piece of equipment is this by Titan Fitness. It's a sitting calf raise. So I use this to augment calves on the vertical leg press, as well as the donkey calf raises I do on my belt squat. All right, my power cage, power rack, squat rack, whatever you want to call it. This is the Body Solid Pro Club line 3x3 power rack with 5/8 holes with west side barbell spacing and 3/4 holes in the side. Now I got this power cage circa 2019 when this market was starting to take off. The west side spacing and 5/8 holes really are not made anymore. Now everything is going to a 3x3 with 1-inch holes. However, this was very important to me back in the day. It still is. Love the rack, very solid. It has the legs that lay horizontal, that go out beyond the post, so I don't have to drill it into the floor, and it stays stable. The bench that I have in here right now is the new to me Mikolo bench. It works in many capacities. I can go up for inclines, I can go down for flat, I can do decline bench on it. The other thing that's great about it is the top of it is removable, so then it becomes a bench that you could use for military press if you'd like. All right, the next new to me piece of equipment is this system here. This is the Bulletproof VTS Home. This just got released probably a month ago. What this product does is it transforms either the front or the back of your power rack into a Smith machine. So you'll see here, it glides off of these rollers up and down. For me, doing hypertrophy training, I prefer a Smith for military pressing, upper chest, and also sometimes single leg squatting. The beauty of having it here is it still gives me the back of my rack free. So I can still free squat in the back, I can still free bench press in the back, I can still military press in the back, but when I want to use a Smith machine, it gives me that capacity. Now let's go across over here. So I showed you the functional trainer just a little while ago. On this wall, you'll see all of my attachments for my pull downs, rows, and so on and so forth. But prior to having the functional trainer, the home, my house, came with a free piece of gym equipment. It came with a pole and a beam for support. And it just so happened to be in my gym area. So what I did is I mounted 2 pulleys, one in the front, one in the back. I ran a cable from them, and then I took a pin that attaches the cable to that I load weight on. I took another piece of plumbing pipe, I drilled it into the ground, and what this allows me to do is have a pull down machine to use for back, to use for triceps or whatever. By having this pole drilled into the ground, it allows the weight not to swing or sway. Weight goes straight up and down. So in this case, if I hook up my tricep to it, it just freely moves up and down. It's been extremely useful for me. It also allows me to do a movement, say on my functional trainer, and then a movement on my homemade functional trainer. Now, what the Society functional trainer doesn't have is somewhere to lock your legs down when you're doing pull downs. So I built that into the pole with a piece of plumbing pipe again. I took a piece of plumbing pipe, went around the pipe, have another pipe that comes out, and when I sit down, it locks my legs in position, so when I'm doing pull downs, it's no different than a commercial gym functional trainer or pull down, lat down machine. All right, and then conveniently placed directly across from my power rack are my dumbbells. So this set of dumbbells goes from 5 pounds all the way up to 115. Does exactly what I need them to do. I'm personally not a fan of adjustable dumbbells, so this is my solution. The reality is I bought majority of these on Facebook Marketplace for anywhere between 50 cents and $1 a pound. So they do exactly what I need them to do. Also in this area, you'll see various bands that I've got that I use when I'm benching or squatting. I also, over here, keep different pairs of shoes, deadlift shoes, squatting shoes, running shoes, and I have some arm hangs for if I'm gonna do core work in my rack. Okay, cardio corner. What do I have back here? So I keep it back here, some of my belts that I use for training, but then my second piece of cardio equipment we're gonna talk through today is my Schwinn Airdyne Pro air bike. Much like the air rower, great for HIIT training. Matter of fact, I prefer this over the rower for HIIT training. It is belt driven versus chain driven, so it's extremely quiet and extremely smooth. Really like this piece of equipment. Next is my Horizon Fitness treadmill. Doesn't have all the BS like screens or anything like that into it. It's your standard treadmill. It goes up to a 15-degree incline. Speed is plenty. It is great for walking on, running on, uphill, whatever. Also back here, because when I'm on this treadmill, I always use a weighted vest. So I have my vest down here. That vest goes from no pounds up to 80 pounds. So depending on what incline I'm gonna be on this treadmill, I will decide what kind of weight I'm gonna use in my weighted vest. The higher the incline, I'll probably do less weight in the vest or so on and so forth. Because this didn't have a video screen, and as I get older, my cardio is actually getting longer just to stay in shape. I did add a monitor on the wall that I have an Apple TV attached to. That Apple TV is attached to a surround sound system in the gym. So I can watch videos on it, I can play music. I've got a subwoofer down here in the corner. So it makes my cardio go quite a bit faster. What you can't see in the video right now is I have a whole nother corner back here, and that's where I keep my attachments for my power rack. In this corner, I've got a dip attachment for the rack. I've got my lever arms for the rack. I've got battle ropes. I've got a Viking press, and I've got side lateral movement that attaches to my rack as well. So in future videos, we'll go through some of the attachments I have. We'll attach them to the rack. We'll show you what you can do with a rack and go from there. For me, I know a lot of racks now are coming with pulley systems and weights and everything else. I personally feel like it's too much in a rack, that you get almost claustrophobic in one, and you can't multitask throughout the gym if everything is in a power rack. That's why I have set up my gym the way I have, with different zones as well as machines that complement other machines. So with that, I hope you like what you see. I hope you enjoyed the video. More episodes are coming. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you next time.